Islanders is a calming city-building strategy game available on the Nintendo Switch. In this brief and straightforward game, players are tasked with developing their own cities on the cliffs of tiny islands. Using a point-based system, players select from a range of buildings that gain advantages when positioned near specific island features, like placing a lumber pack next to trees. Those who delight in boosting their scores will find joy in experimenting with building placements in this charming title. As far as the eye offers more than just city-building mechanics. Players embody the wind, leading the tribe called the Pupils to the world's center. This unique blend of city-building and roguelike elements requires players to make tough decisions about which tribe members to bring along and gather essential resources. Constant movement is a key feature of the game, which might be perplexing for some players expecting a traditional city-building experience. Nonetheless, it underscores the balance between building for survival and ensuring the tribe's mobility. It's unsurprising to find one of the most beloved simulation games, Cities Skylines, available on the Nintendo Switch. In this game, players take on the role of a city planner, meticulously designing the layout of their ideal city and strategizing the functionality of its roads. Cities Skylines stands out as one of the most intricately detailed city-building experiences on the Nintendo Switch. Players can immerse themselves in the challenge of managing a budget, or they can opt for the freedom of sandbox mode, where unlimited funds allow for boundless creativity and enjoyment. SteamWorld Build shifted the city builder genre in a fresh direction by blending the franchise's dungeon crawler gameplay with the responsibility of overseeing a mining town. Within the depths of the mines lie ancient technologies that could potentially rescue this financially struggling town. SteamWorld Build stands out as a remarkable city-building game where players must oversee resources both above and below the town. With multiple maps to explore, each city built offers a unique development experience. In this game, players take on the role of managing multiple islands, developing their cities and satisfying the inhabitants of the archipelagos. Tropico 6 offers players the choice to govern as they see fit. They can fulfill the wishes of their citizens or engage in foreign raids to acquire wonders and enhance their own nation. Electoral speeches play a role in Tropico 6, enabling players to campaign for the presidency while making ambitious promises that may be difficult to fulfill. Airborne Kingdom offers a unique twist on the city builder genre by taking place in the sky. Players start by designing their floating kingdom, which drifts among the clouds before delving into managing the inhabitants who call it home. However, players will soon realize that their kingdom is not the only one soaring above the land. To thrive, gamers must forge alliances with other kingdoms on the ground. Alongside constructing in the sky, players must also conduct research and undertake quests to enhance their civilization high above the clouds. When it comes to laid-back city-building experiences, Townscaper stands out as a game that demands minimal effort from players. While it may lack traditional gameplay elements, this simplicity is precisely what makes it such a charming city builder. With no set objectives, players are free to craft their dream towns or cities to their heart's content. In Townscaper, players can meticulously construct entire towns, block by block, shaping their own quaint villages, winding canals, or even majestic cathedrals. There's no need to adhere to realism. Players can let their imagination run wild, creating towns that defy gravity with structures perched on stilts or soaring into the sky. City building games can be relaxing, as demonstrated by titles like Before We Leave. Set in a charming world of hexagonal shapes, players are tasked with nurturing the population of peeps across different lands and planets. As players discover and research ancient technologies to aid their peeps, they'll gradually expand their territories. With diverse biomes presenting various challenges, players must strategize their construction efforts to create thriving settlements while fending off guardians that inhabit these planets. City-building games don't always have to revolve around constructing futuristic metropolises filled with towering skyscrapers. Townsmen demonstrates that a medieval kingdom can offer an equally engaging city-building experience. Players begin with a modest town that they must nurture and develop into a thriving empire over time. However, expanding a kingdom in Townsmen presents its own set of challenges. Players must contend with the whims of weather and changing seasons as they manage their empire. Additionally, unexpected disasters like fires, droughts, and plagues may strike, presenting formidable obstacles that players must overcome to ensure the kingdom's prosperity. From the best city builders available on the Nintendo Switch, it's clear that they come in various themes, not just realism or medieval settings. Some even venture into space, like Terraformers. In this city builder, players establish their colony on the red planet Mars, aiming to create a safe haven for themselves and fellow colonists. Exploration is key in Terraformers, as players must search the planets for vital resources. Each planet adventure is procedurally generated, ensuring that players encounter new challenges with every playthrough. This dynamic feature adds variety to the gameplay and keeps gamers engaged in solving fresh puzzles. Although not solely a city builder, Sid Meier's Civilization VI incorporates elements of city building. Players engage in competition against computer AI or other players to construct thriving empires. In Civilization VI, players establish and manage multiple cities, ensuring they have access to essential resources for their inhabitants. While the city building aspect may not be as intricate as in other dedicated city builders, strategic thinking remains crucial for maintaining and defending the empire against rivals aiming for destruction or conquest.
Also, the altar itself shall be called Delphinius and overlooked forever.
Project Highrise is a simulation game that offers a unique take on the city building genre. Players are responsible for constructing various skyscrapers that must withstand environmental factors. While many of these structures may serve as office spaces, players will also need to design residential skyscrapers that meet the needs of city dwellers. In addition to the open sandbox mode, where players can unleash their creativity and tackle multiple difficulty levels, there's a campaign mode that serves as a tutorial while presenting challenging scenarios to test the player's skills.